What's going on, everybody? It's your host Isaiah Bagnah at the Realist, in for another episode. Um, First things first, like always, shout out Chubby's in Orem. Always getting us right, man. Whatever you need, any type of food, whatever you're in the area, make sure you stop by, cause they got great service and even better people. So, without further ado, today I got Trey once again. Had to bring him back on the episode, man. Thank you for being here, bro. We also got Jake, Brandon, and Kev, as usual, man. So we just finished our bye week. It was for me, it was smooth, man. We still got after it at practice and everything, but the weekend I really took my time to just get away from football, man. I even went to general conference for the first time ever. I got some tickets and then I went out there, bro. It was cool, man. It was an experience that was because I've always obviously seen it or heard of it growing up and everything, kind of just seen it as something on TV, but to be there in person and actually experience it live was pretty crazy, man. It was cool, so definitely recommend it. But that's what I did with my bye weekend. Other than that, I just kicked it and chilled with my dog, who I did not bring. Once again, I mean, we gonna eventually get her in here, bro. But that's how my bye weekend went. And I'm watching some film, bro, and I'm ready for Arizona. You know what I'm saying? I'm ready, bro. It's been cool seasons up to this point, but truthfully, man, we were just talking before this, it's a Big 12, regardless of who we go out to play, every week you gotta take it seriously. I mean, that's college football. Shoot, this week there's 5 upsets, 5 crazy upsets, which we'll talk about in a second. But so with that being said, yeah, I'm locked in, man. How was your bye week though, Trey? What'd you do, man? Did you go home?
Nah, I ain't go home.
You was out here?
I took a small vacation. I ain't gonna say where, but I had a great little bye week. I got away from football as well because people don't know we've been full tilt since July 31st, basically, first day of fall camp, all the way to now, from the meetings, the practice, on top of school or anything outside of that you've been going through. So it's been great to take, a bye week. But I didn't have my best game against Baylor, so I was pissed and I was ready to play all week. So I watched Arizona game, I've been watching practice film, game film. I'm ready to go. I'm ready to play right now. So yeah.
Speaking of that Baylor film, obviously, there was one play, there was one unfortunate, which me and Jake, we was talking about in our last episode, bruh, you see him actually get, but it's in the past, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
However, though, you did have some good plays, you know what I'm saying? You were in there. That's what probably other than Kansas State, probably the best receiver core you went against. Would you say so this season?
SMU.
SMU, huh?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. But no, they were smooth though. A lot of times you tend to underestimate people, but they on scholarship just like we on scholarship. They play in Texas, so obviously they got some talent to them. So
that's true.
There was a decent receiver group. I'm not gonna lie, they had something to them.
Yeah, and they're just making some crazy catches, bro.
Yeah,
some unusual shit. But it's all good, man. On to another week. What do you bro, we back at LES now.
Yeah.
We back at the crib. You know what I'm saying? What are you excited about for this game, bro?
Couple things. First thing that I was telling Jake about that I'm mainly excited for, Gus Johnson is a commentator this week, and if y'all don't know, he commentates every game with so much energy. So I just wanted at least one game in college commentated by him, and I get it this weekend. So I need a pick 6 this week. I gotta get it. I'm gonna get it. I gotta get it this week, and I'm excited about T-Mac coming into town. He has the number 1 receiver in the nation. A lot of hype around him. As a corner, especially a young one, it's a prove it type of game. Especially for me, I want to bounce back this weekend. Going out there and going against who's supposed to be the best receiver in the nation. There's nothing better, no better challenge for me. So I'm ready for that. Big noon kickoff, but I'm really ready to get on the field against him. I'm not gonna lie.
Yep.
Yeah.
Prime time, man.
Yeah.
It's gonna be smooth. In 2:00 in the afternoon?
2 p.m. 73 degrees or something.
Hell yeah.
I'm ready to play.
Man, it's gonna be good, bro. And they a good team. They got some talent.
Yeah.
But shoot, we gonna see how bad they want it, man. We gonna see how bad they want it, cause shit. Yeah, and it's big. Yeah, that big noon, bro. I've never been a part of a game with that much attention towards it. I mean, like, yeah, no, actually, because that big noon is like what, a step behind College Game Day, ain't it?
Yeah.
Right. It's like right there with it.
Yeah.
So I'm excited, bro. It's cool, man. I feel like this whole senior year from super senior year for me has been like crazy, bro. Just like some things that I've never experienced before.
Yeah.
I've never been on a team that went 5-0. You know what I'm saying? I've never been on a team, truthfully, that's been ranked this high. You know, I haven't been in a game like Kansas State. You know, and so I feel like obviously it's just gonna keep going. I haven't had a big noon game. You know, so it's cool, man. I'm getting all these checks off my checklist, man, and it's a good vibe. Just gotta keep it going. I'm excited to see what the rest of the season got in store, man.
Shit.
Truthfully,
mine the opposite. Freshman,
for real, huh?
This all winning is all I know.
You know what I'm saying?
I told people like losing, never heard of it. Like 5-0 in college, every game sold out. Every game we won so far, the ranked teams, we physically dominant. So like, I don't know, like I ain't gonna say we peaking right now, but like for me, like the standard getting set pretty high. And
because you undefeated,
yeah,
in college in general,
never lost.
Man,
never lost in college. So.
I mean, regardless if it's 5 games, that's still pretty. Hey, not a lot of people can do that, man, or say that they did that.
Yeah, so
hell yeah, bro, keep it rolling, man. We need that.
Got to.
Jake, you gonna be at the game?
Oh yeah, man. I'll definitely be there. Got my season tickets. Speaking of Chubby's, the owner's putting on a pretty big tailgate beforehand, so I'm gonna be there extra early for them. They're supposed to have some good food there.
Oh, for real?
We're gonna give away some of those posters you guys were signing before at that tailgate to people.
Hell yeah! What time does it start?
Oh man, I bet you starts at 11:30 or noon. Man, there you go.
See that
poster? I don't know. It's pretty bright.
It's pretty bright.
Yeah, right about there, maybe. Yeah,
I see that one.
So
right.
Yeah, I'll be there, man. I'm pumped. This is I love the night games. It's just become a staple of BYU over the last 12 years. But day game against a team that's got some of the best players in college football. Some guys will go in the first round against what I think BYU complete team, great team mentality, playing super hard. Like that's all you can ask for.
Absolutely.
How you feel about the game times today? Because like personally, I know this controversial and all, but like I don't always love playing the late games. Like because we be in the hotel all day, you just eager to play. You got your energy going early, and you just got to wait all day. So like for the home experience, I understand it, but like as a player, sometimes you just like, bro, like I love Baylor game time. Like first one's in, you get to fly right back home, enjoy the rest of your night. So.
It felt great, huh?
Yeah, it was great.
I got in my crib at like 7 o'clock.
Fact.
I was like, oh my goodness.
Yeah.
In my opinion, bro, like I mean, shoot, I played at all times. I've even played at like 10 a.m. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've actually spoken to Jake about this on the podcast earlier on. I was like, man, truthfully, like I like day games. I love day games. You know what I'm saying? Like around noon. 2 o'clock, that kind of time. Just because, like what you said, sitting around the hotel room all day, you wake up, it's game day, but like you can't really do nothing about it because you're stuck up in the hotel. So truthfully, like before, I used to have the same, mentality. I was like, man, these night games, like they're fun. Don't get me wrong, they still lit.
Yeah.
But like, damn, you know what I'm saying? You sitting there literally for like 5 hours. Maybe 6 sometimes, just not doing anything.
Longer than that, though.
You know what I'm saying? Watch a film, going over your nose, but how long can you really do that for at that point?
Think about it, it's longer than 6 hours, though, because when we wake up, let's say no later than 9, game not to 8, we don't leave the hotel till like 6 o'clock.
Yeah.
So we got like 8 to 10
facts.
hours in the hotel. Like, you eating breakfast, eating lunch, but like, you watching football, but it's like.
Yeah, and we have enough time to go all the way to the facility.
Come back.
And then we'll do a whole walkthrough and then come all the way back to the hotel.
And still gotta wait. And it'd be crazy because, like, we watching all these football games happen before us, and you like, he making this play, he making, like, you want to go make that play right now.
Facts. You
So,
kind of
yeah.
like eager, you know. So you gotta be patient, man.
Yeah.
But that's one thing I just kind of like have gone to is just like I've been able to figure out how utilizing that time works best for me. You know, I truly can't just sit there and not do nothing, or else I'll be like antsy. You know what I'm saying? But like I also can't sit there and like go over my notes 100 times. You know what I'm saying? So like
I'm
I don't
different.
know. I have books that I read, and then like I'll take a nap, and then like I'll listen to music. I make sure to FaceTime like my mom before every game. So like I'll sit there on FaceTime with her probably for like an hour. You know what I'm saying? And then go get my pregame meal and she'll get to it. And that usually is how I do it. But like
Mine be like,
man,
mine is like, after we get back in the hotel room, or whatever. Like I go eat like breakfast or lunch or whatever, or I have, but I don't eat that much. I do it on purpose. I have a little snack afterwards,
right.
and then pregame meal, I go load up like crazy. And when I'm
Got
in the
to.
hotel before the game, like I FaceTime everybody. Like I might call my homeboys from back home, call my older sister,
Yeah.
call my
Yeah.
girl. Like I call everybody. Like I don't be stressing nothing. Like, but I be ready to play though. I
That's
ain't gonna
good.
lie. Like I could just flick that switch. As soon as you walk into this like cool walk and the
Mhm.
fans scream, then you just feel it.
Yeah.
Your heart get to bumping fast.
Uh-huh.
I ready to go.
Ready
I ain't
to
gonna
go,
lie. I ready to
huh?
run through somebody's face. I
That's
ain't
what
gonna
I'm
lie.
saying. No, I
Yeah.
totally agree, man. I totally agree. But yeah, ain't nothing like that feeling, bro. For real. Like when we was going to this tunnel at Kansas State, ooh. I mean it's always turn. Any tunnel we go through. But at Lavelle, man, it's just with the lights and everything, the way they do it all.
K-State game was crazy. Throwback song. Like I remember being in, cause I don't remember the first game. We had the smoke coming out,
Yeah.
and I remember standing there in the tunnel, just jumping up and down, like screaming,
Yeah.
and running out. And the smoke was in your arms, and you just look up. Everything is white in the stadium.
Everybody
Throwback
screaming.
scoreboard. Yeah,
Yeah.
that jump, man, it was crazy.
It's crazy, huh?
Yeah, it was electric. Like I ain't
Yeah.
gonna lie. Like
That's some stuff that I've never even experienced myself, like to that extent, bro. It was crazy out of all these years. I'm sure it was just as crazy out there, man, where y'all was at.
Dude, yeah, absolutely. It was crazy. This game is gonna be crazy. Just so you know, like
Oh yeah.
this.
I'm already knowing.
This one, I think. I don't know. Is it officially sold out, Kevin? Do you know? No, not officially sold out yet.
Shit,
But
it will
the
be.
Discord,
definitely.
the Discord is already like our ticket little place where people go to exchange tickets. It's never been this active this early in the week. Usually a few days before the game, some people are like, I need an extra ticket, or I got a friend looking for
Yeah.
2. Everyone right now is like, oh man, I need 3, I need 4. We got some people coming from Canada actually to watch the game
Yeah.
and stuff. They won our giveaway and things. Like there's people, they're ready to go early. Like they're
That's
pumped
tough.
for this. So.
Yeah. I mean, shoot. I don't doubt it. Why wouldn't you want to come out and see this? You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's not even coming from like a asshole perspective. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, truthfully. But no, that's so cool, man. I'm excited for this one. This one's gonna be turned. I feel like every week's just gonna be great, bro. Every week, it's just gotta go earn it, man. We gotta get that work. You know what I'm saying? This week started today, but for real tomorrow.
Yeah, no.
For real tomorrow.
Keep winning is like it ties into that Bible verse, to whom much is given, much is required.
Yeah.
And that's just like how I feel. Like we getting a lot of respect or like, a lot of rankings, but like it requires a lot of work to keep it up,
Facts.
we gotta stay focused. You can't be worried about the outside noise. So yeah, it's hard. I ain't gonna lie, it ain't easy, especially being young. Like you
Yeah.
man, like we rank like what y'all boys talking about. Like we the best in the nation,
Yeah,
but
I
at
know.
the same time, you gotta have that thin line of focus because it's only 5 games. So
Yeah.
what? We won 5. Now what we finna do about it?
Exactly.
So yeah, we just
That's not even half the season yet.
at all. That's what's crazy.
You know?
But I'm ready, man.
You know what else is crazy, actually? Just like a side note, is that we've won as many games that we won last year up to this point. You know what I'm saying? Like last year we went 5-7. Damn. That's like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's crazy, bro. But there's such a difference in, the team, this year's team and last year's team.
Yeah.
You know
I
what
think
I'm
until
saying?
you win 6, right, you're not better, right? Until you win 6, you're not better. But
Facts.
go look at the scores. Go look at the way the games have played out. This is much more complete team, much more healthy team. It seems like we're able to do a lot more on offense than last year too. So I think you're right. It's different, but
Absolutely.
until you win 6, you're not really better yet, right? Like,
That is also very true.
How is like, cause you was here last year. How you think like the closeness of this team is compared to last year's team?
I know everybody low key be saying like, just like how close everybody is, and it's not like it's. I don't think it's the fact that everybody's close.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? I think it's the fact that everybody's able to fully put their own pride to the side and indulge in a collective effort
yeah,
for one. You know what I'm saying? That's truthfully what it comes down to. Like, don't get me wrong. I mean, when you get a lot of transfers in, you know, especially older transfers, and their mindset is, yo, I'm coming in here for 1 year, I'm making plays, I'm out.
yeah,
You know, especially at this point of the transfer portal process.
yeah, definitely.
You know what I'm saying? And so like coming in, you know, of course, you know, you got guys buying in and stuff like that, but you don't have people fully like indulging in the team culture, that collective identity,
Yeah,
you know? And so in those regards, that's why it's so different, is because the guys who came in last year too, and even like this year, like we've all been able to like mold together as one team, you know, whereas last year it was different, truthfully different groups. Like there's guys who were there before, there was the transfer guys, then there was freshmen, you know what I'm saying?
yeah.
And now it's more just like this.
Nah, it's funny though, cause you know how bad he always be about that. Like,
I know.
don't care about the stats. Like, don't care
Right.
about this. And he always uses Marines as an
Yes,
example.
always.
Yeah, so yeah, I can
Batty-
see that.
Look, take a side quest right now. Tyler Batty, every week, this guy, hey, I love Tyler, man. In my opinion, he's truthfully like a great teammate, and he's a
Yeah.
great leader, and he's a great football player. You know what I'm saying? Every week he gives us, like the whole team basically, like a speech, at the start of the week, and we just had one today.
Yeah.
You know, but I don't want to get too into like what he be saying and stuff like that, but this guy like for sure does his research.
I'm telling you.
Saying some stuff that I'm just like, I've never heard that before. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like some things he'll pull out like something that a Marine said, like, I don't know, like in a operation 12 years ago, 15 years ago. I'm just like, where did you find this, dude? Like,
Yeah,
what? You know? But that's just his character, man. He's he's a cool cat, bro. But
Nah, that man.
he funny as hell.
Cause we ain't gonna say exact, but remember K-State game, it was halftime, and the funniest two guys talking, Batty and Harrison.
Yes.
Man.
Yeah, I do remember
Batty
that
bring
too.
us up and say like the ring say this, and that. And then Harry had said something that our coaches had told us, but he said it wrong. He's like, same difference, like whatever.
Yeah.
Same shit, whatever it is. And then we went back out there. Harry called a pick and
Yeah,
scored immediately.
Literally.
Like, yeah, nah,
Crazy, huh? No, I do remember that.
yeah.
That was funny, man. It's some stuff that happens in the locker room. It's like, hey, man, let's rock with it. You know what I'm saying? I personally, you know, wouldn't say this or I wouldn't do that, but hey, it works, man. You know?
Those are two craziest people I think I ever played with.
Yeah.
Like, Batty
I
bring that
agree.
energy that's just like, if he not on your team, you will hate him.
Yes.
Harry bring the energy. Like I tell people, if you don't have at least one linebacker on your team that's crazy, your team will not be successful at all. I promise
Nah.
that. And Harry,
Harry, I hope to have him on the episode for like everybody to get like an in-depth understanding of Harry, just how he talks. You know what I'm saying? Just how he,
yeah,
you know how he ticks, bro. He's he's just different in like the best possible way. He's funny, man. He's himself. That's the most important part.
bro.
Yeah.
I'm sitting here think about the linebacker room, for example. You got Harry, he's just like different.
Yeah.
Zay, like, it's like, he's like a wild card, pretty
That's great
boy.
facts.
But when it's time to play football, he go. And like
Yeah.
Jack is like all business most of the time. Like he just,
That's
man.
true. You know, he keeps to himself a lot too. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? But like when he opens up though, he funny, man.
Yeah.
He's a little good.
Then like if you got C1, he
Yeah.
come in the game like he's serious a lot too, but he play a lot than
I
Ice.
feel like C1 like the GA of the room.
Yeah,
In my
facts.
opinion. You know what I'm saying? Like he like the player's coach
Yeah.
type.
Then like Ice is
Yeah,
like Ice is I don't even know how to describe Ice. Like he's
Ice
like
is a little hitman.
yeah, pretty. He a pretty boy. Like he got his own walk, own swag,
his own swag,
and
man.
then like Che, wild man,
yeah.
and the craziest person in the room, Lucky. Bro.
Lucky is the craziest son of a gun, bro, that I've ever seen.
I love that man.
Yeah, he's full of energy, man. Yeah, he's cool too. Damn, the linebacker room got some crazy mugs in that room, bro. That's crazy.
I'm telling y'all, like, hopefully he gets a episode with the linebackers on here at least one at a time. I'm telling you, the linebacker room is crazy in all the good ways, though. Like
they all got their own personality. Yeah. There's not one person that's the same.
We had Zay on here.
We did.
It was good too.
We did. It was good.
Yeah,
it was good. I need to get Harry.
I visited with Harry last week for a little bit.
Oh yeah,
yeah. We got together for a little bit, and I was thinking the whole time, we got to get this guy on here.
Right?
Bro.
Yeah.
One person.
He was telling me some funny freaking stories too, dude.
Oh, I bet he was.
Yeah.
Shoot.
Oh, yeah,
he's full of them.
One person that I'm telling you got to get Lucky, because if people don't know Lucky, if you have no energy, Lucky will have enough energy for 6 or 7 people. I promise you that every single day of the week, no matter what we doing, we could be walking down the street and Lucky gonna say something crazy that's gonna have everybody like hyped up, ready to play. Like, I love that, man.
Bro, you remember that one time we were in the warm-up lines? It was like it was like I don't even know, bro, what it was. But this dude Lucky was called up. So we usually have somebody come up and clap us up and cheer us up, right? Before we start our workouts and stuff. Bro, this guy, so it was Lucky's turn this one day, right? And like when we heard Lucky, everybody just kind of looked at him like, oh, something crazy about to happen, right? Because you know him. And bro, what did he do?
He took his helmet off and threw his helmet like 50 yards in the air and started like rolling on the ground.
Like rolling in the ground, bro. Like just doing just wild, bro. It was the craziest thing I've ever seen. And he turned everybody up though.
That man there crazy.
Everybody's laughing, cheering, bro. Yeah, just who he is.
Yeah, we love you, Luck. That's my guy. I love Luck, man.
He's a good dude too. So
yeah, it's crazy, man.
Yeah, man, might need a little linebackers episode sometime.
Or look, if you can, Coach Enna.
Oh,
Coach Enna on the podcast.
Yeah,
he'd probably do it too, man.
I bet he would.
I bet he would.
You know, him and Justice dude are like some of the smartest people I've ever met. They just be knowing stuff, like facts about all types of like history, you know, geology. Even up in Canada, like they'll know stuff about like politics up there in history that I didn't know. I'm like, yo.
Remember he was like teaching us about like the one Chinese like or Japanese it was Japanese, right?
It was Japanese in like
World War II,
yeah. And like literally like had the people down to specific numbers, you know, like how many medals were given out, what kind of medals, you know, just where it happened, the time, like not the time, but like the date.
Uniforms, the pet, like I'm in the meetings, like you all in. I know you probably think like, what does this got to do with football?
No, absolutely. I'm seeing like, bro, I'm in a little history class right now.
Yeah, he's like, see how close they was. He's like, this how you got to be for your brother on the field.
I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah,
went through a 15-minute lecture of World War II lesson,
for 1 point.
For 1 point, but it was a real point, man.
Yeah, he's a hell of a coach.
Speaking of guys, real quick before you guys move on. Jonathan Cabella, Friday night, I was talking with him. I was like, hey, what are you doing? He's like, nothing. Like, you want to be a ESPN radio sideline reporter? And he's like, sure. So I was doing the ESPN radio. I was doing the color commentary for a high school game here.
No way.
And so I got Jonathan, the sideline reporter, and we send it down to Jonathan. This is the first time. He's on ESPN radio. 100,000 people listen AM radio across, 4 states. We're like, Jonathan, we'll sit down to you, sideline reporter. We're like, what's it like on the sideline? Well, man, I'll tell you what. It's pretty lit. I'd even say it's turnt down here. And like the producer, the play-by-play guy, and the producer sit next to me, they just start dying. Like they push their microphones away, like so that they can't hear. They're just dying laughing. And we're like, sweet man, like talking to Jonathan, and then we like got back and they're like, did he just say lit and turnt on the radio? I was like, yeah, man, he did, but that's how it is now. They just scored a touchdown. He's not lying to you. But dude, it was pretty funny. So
that's cool. What game was that?
It was Maple Mountain versus Springville.
Oh, okay.
It was on ESPN Radio's Game of the Week.
Man, all the Utah ball. I'm going to say that now, and it's going to get controversial here because I say it in the locker room, and I'm going to say it again. Utah football is subpar compared to Georgia.
Ooh.
But I did tell the guys in the locker room though. I said if we win every game, I don't care if y'all said Utah was the best football ever. So we're winning so far. So y'all say whatever y'all want to say. And life is good, man. Life is good.
You know, it's funny that you bring that up right now because ain't nobody in here who played other than Jake
Yeah.
played football in Utah. Kev, did you play football? See, so I can't even attest to that.
Dude, I played in a different
I'm not gonna
era,
sit here
man.
and fight you on that. You know what I'm saying? So
My head coach played at BYU. He was Ty Detmer's left tackle. He played 10 years in the NFL. So we had like a legit coach. Kalen Hall, Jaron's dad, he just got done with the CFL. He was the MVP, I think the offensive MVP of that league.
okay.
He came as our running backs coach. So we had like a legit staff at my school. There's maybe 3 or 4 other schools in the state who had a staff like that. A lot of teams were playing. It's your history teacher, your gym teacher. Like those are your coaches, right? And still, to this day, there's still a good portion of the staff in Utah that's made up of like teachers or dads, which is just not how it is in Texas or Georgia or Florida, most of the big schools in California, right? But yeah, it's different. I'm not going to debate anybody on that. When I played, it was even more different.
So what about like teams like I'm not really familiar with like high schools in like America, right? But like if that's the case, then how is like Corner Canyon? From what I heard, Corner Canyon is like whooping on East Coast team.
They've got a legit staff. Like their coach,
Say IMG, don't say East Coast.
Southwest DeKalb would have them. Would take.
Oh yeah, Southwest. Hey, Sam Turner came up here. I promise you on everything I love. He is giving every DB in Utah at least 4 touchdowns, without a doubt. JC came up here, our sophomore receiver, probably gonna be a 5-star. He's going for like 4 touchdowns. We have a sophomore quarterback, 2 of them. One of them threw for 7 touchdowns in the game. I think the other one came in and threw for like 3 touchdowns right after him. I'm telling you, that team coming up here beating anybody in Utah, hands down.
Hey,
I don't care.
When I first met you, Trey, I said Georgia was one of the highest producing NFL players. You remember that? When I first met you, I said that. And then they released the stats this year. Who's number 1?
I seen that.
Georgia.
I did see
Number 1
that.
per capita. Come on, man.
Everyone thinks Texas, Florida, great places to recruit. The most slept on place to recruit, Cali, great place to recruit. The most slept on place to recruit is Georgia.
I'm telling you, bro.
I believe it.
They obviously haven't gone to Alberta.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying?
And I haven't, so I
not
can't
playing.
comment. I can't comment.
I'm playing.
I tell you, in that dirty South, where them folks is fed off cornbread and good soul food, it's something different than that water down there in Georgia, man. I'm telling you, like, you look anywhere, you have somebody 300 pounds just like randomly walk around, not even a football player, get on the field, kid become a 5-star. Or you have kids who play different positions their whole life, get to high school and blow up and be bigger than ever. So it's just, man, Georgia's different. Like every week you got to come with it. It's like the Big 12. I promise you. Like if you don't come with it every week, you got a chance of something to go wrong. You're gonna get exposed.
Shoot, I bet.
Yeah,
I bet, honestly. The thing is that like I've never played in Georgia. I played obviously against a lot of people from Georgia.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But like I haven't even played like the Georgia teams. Georgia Tech, Georgia. You know. I haven't even played Georgia State. So shoot, I have yet to experience that.
Hey,
so
according to some, Georgia State the best team in the nation right now. They beat Vanderbilt, who beat Bama. So some say.
Did they?
Yeah.
Yes,
really?
That's true.
They beat Vanderbilt at home like 36-32, upset them and stormed the field.
Damn. Good.
That's not far from you, Georgia State.
Georgia State is probably like, so the actual campus is like 15 minutes away from my house.
Yeah.
The satellite campus is like 5 minutes away from my house, if that, maybe 2 minutes.
I remember we ran that billboard campaign for you.
Yeah.
There was a bunch of like recommendations for campus and stuff, and I looked how close it was. I was like, we might run it there. That's pretty close.
Yeah, Georgia State close to me. What else close to me? Georgia Tech, like, they like 5 minutes away from each other. Georgia Tech like 20 minutes away from the crib. So it's like,
damn.
Yeah, it's a bunch of schools.
Did you like ever go to their games growing up?
Nah, not when I started getting recruited. Yeah, I went to one of the Georgia State games. DB coach comes to me like, yeah, like we got to keep you home and this and that. It's the funny part. I never had an offer from there, like never. They never offered me like, yeah, I want to keep you home. Georgia Tech, they was recruiting me. I get the head coach. He told them to come watch me play. They never came to watch me play. So I went on my visit there, and he like, yeah, I had to fire those guys because they lied. They were supposed to come watch you. And I told him, like, I'm literally like 10, 15 minutes away, and y'all didn't watch me play one game in 4 years. And BYU came, 2,000, 3,000 miles away and came and see me play. I was like, where y'all think I'm going?
Fact.
So,
Like, that's just
yeah.
terrible recruiting.
Dude, there's a lesson in that though. Like, honestly, I think sometimes the easier goals or the easier targets you set in life are the hardest ones because there's the most competition. Because a lot of people won't dare to go for that big goal, that big thing. So I wonder if they're a little bit intimidated. Like, oh, this kid's got offers from here, offers from there.
Yeah.
There's I won't name drop his name, but there's a 5-star recruit who I know pretty well. And he was talking to a team in Utah, and they were like, "Oh yeah, we'd love to have you. This." And he was like, "You guys have never offered me."
Yeah, like,
and he's like, relationships are mean as much to me as the team or the program. Like, that's high up on my thing is relationships. I have a good relationship with you guys. I've come to games voluntarily here. I've done things here. You guys never offered me. And so I don't know, man. Don't be afraid to go after those big goals because sometimes there's not much competition on those big ones.
I agree.
Georgia Tech pissed me off, bro. I'm telling people now, this is probably the first time like anybody outside, like a couple of my friends heard this story. Georgia Tech does this, every college like does camps or whatever where they invite kids to come to camps. So, like when you recruit or whatever, or like you would reach like a certain status per se, you get in a lot of camps for free, or like you don't pay for camps, or if you do, like you get a lot out of the camp. So Georgia Tech, one of their coaches or GAs, you can say, texts me like, yeah, come pay like $60 to come to our camp downtown Atlanta. It's like 10, 15 minutes from the house. I straight up texted him and told him, and like all my homeboys behind me, and like they all younger than me, so they're like, no, Trey, you can't do. I told him, I said, there's no way in the hell. I said, with all due respect, there's no way in the hell am I paying $60 to come downtown Atlanta and dominate a camp I went to for the past 3 years and didn't get an offer. I never gave up a catch at that camp, like never. I never gave up a catch. I didn't have an offer. And I told the coach straight up, like, it's over. Like, it's not happening. Like, I told my mom in 10th grade I wasn't going there. So it's like, yeah, Georgia Tech played, man. Like, I love them because it's the hometown city.
No.
I got family on the team. I got friends on the team. But, like, I will not be a Yellow Jacket. I'll tell you that much. It's crazy.
Nah, that is crazy. I remember Georgia Tech was, like, I think the second school to ever recruit me after Washington. And, like, I'm okay, yeah, that's turn. They sent me mail, hit my phone, all types of stuff. And then they asked me to get to a camp. I was like, bruh, I'm not coming all the way from Canada to Georgia Tech, for a camp. Like, if y'all want to offer me or bring me down, to like, shoot. But, like, because obviously they want to see, like, what my competition's like against, your competition, like what y'all got down here.
Yeah.
Because just the film and stuff. But I'm like, bruh. Like, for real. So after I told him, I was like, yeah, I'm not doing that. They just dropped me.
You'll feel disrespected. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah.
Like,
what I'm saying? Like, for real? Like, that's just the recruiting process, though, man. That shit is cutthroat, man. It's all business.
Yeah, because if it was the flip, like, it's one thing, like, I understand about, like, the transfer portal and, like, all the NIL stuff. Like, if it was the other way around, people complained about it. A college coach can leave a team in the middle of a season or right after a year.
Without saying nothing either.
Yeah, without saying anything. College basketball and football, he can go get paid however much money he want to make, and he can leave whenever. But y'all don't want the kids to do it because y'all feel like they owe some type of loyalty. But it's like, if y'all gonna have a business, like, it gotta be ran evenly on both sides. Like,
right?
I 100% agree with it. Like, I don't agree with like UNLV quarterback situation. Like, we 4-0 or whatever, and like they didn't like sign a contract, and I didn't get the money. Then it is what it is.
Right.
Like, if he would have signed a contract, then it's like, okay, well, he had proof of it. But it's all he say, she say. So I would stay with my team.
Sometimes you can sign a contract and there isn't proof of it.
That is very true. Shoot, that is very true.
I'll just say that.
No cap.
But well, dude, Trey, what do you think about that? Because let's say he's promised from a assistant coach $100K. Doesn't get it in writing, but he's promised verbally $100K. I could see both sides to this. I could see the kid's side of like, hey, bro, like, you lied to me.
Yeah, like
I could see the team side of like, why are you walking out on us for money, bro? We're 4-0, we're looking good, we're doing this. Like, I could see both sides of this. What do you guys think about that?
You want to go first?
Yeah. This is what I think. I think when there's money involved, that kind of money, you know what I'm saying? Not like, no, I'll give you 2K a month, you know what I'm saying, if you come play with it. No. Like, it's like some real stuff that could set you up if you're smart with it, which hopefully he was trying to be. But regardless, something that you make a plan for, and when that isn't upheld, but you're still like grinding, doing all this stuff for like something that you signed up for. Like, you signed up for that 100K.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like, in my mind, from my perspective, I'm assuming by saying this, like, he ain't signed up to, like, be this team, blood, through and through. And so in those cases, which is very common nowadays, if you don't hold up to your end, it's like, why? That's like somebody going to work, like, for example, going to McDonald's. They work in 3 weeks trying to slave so they can, like, pay their rent, whatever, take care of the kids or whatever. And they're like, it's coming, you know what I'm saying? But don't worry about it. When they could have went to like Arby's or something and know for a fact they're going to get paid every single week when they are supposed
Or
to.
all their buddies are getting paid on time.
Exactly. Or all the other friends are getting paid.
No one's
stuff,
jerking them around. They're paying them on time.
Exactly,
They
right?
do exactly what they said.
So in those regards, man, it's a business decision. And, people can have whatever opinions they want about it, but at the end of the day, when we speak about facts, that's just, truthfully, you're crazy to go against that, in my opinion. Like, going against what you were initially planned, your initial plan was. Shoot. I mean, like, we just talked about, like, coaches. I had a coach one time up and leave my team, after a good season too, just like that. And like, obviously, it was a higher conference or whatever and a bigger pay cut. But at the same time, like, we ain't find out until we all looked at Twitter.
Mm-hmm.
We're like, whoa, for real? Like, this dude been here for years. I'm talking years. And he's up and left like that. You know what I'm saying? And it's a business decision. Nobody can be mad at him, truthfully, for it. But, like, what's the difference between him and this guy we talking about? Nothing. What's the difference between that deal? Other than it being written in stone or, like, on a piece of paper? Nothing. So, hey, sometimes you got to do what you got to do.
I see both sides of the story, though. Because, like, you right with as far as, like, if he was promised something, he should get it, 100%. But the only knock I have on that part is, like, if you know how money works and you know how college football works, I mean, no matter what, it's a dirty game. Like, it's a business, cutthroat business.
Mm-hmm.
We had to wait this long to get paid. So my whole thing, like, if somebody says something, get it in writing. Because if you make them sign that contract and it's in writing, they don't pay you.
Holds them accountable.
You hold them way accountable.
Yeah.
Like, because now instead
Legally
of him just
accountable.
stepping away from his team and saying he say, she say, all it take was he post a picture of the contract or something on social media, it blow up. Now you got to pay this kid, and it's crazy to see because like right after he posted it, a booster or whatever from like the casino out there was like, yeah, I pay him the $100K like it's nothing, like we're having a great year, and the team still said like, nah, we don't want you to pitch in or whatever.
I see like, that too. I was like,
I'm trying to figure out what's really real or what's not real.
Yeah,
because if you could, but side note. I think their backup quarterback, if I'm not mistaken, he's from Atlanta, so he's better anyway. I mean,
there you go.
He's played really good the next game.
I think he had like 5 touchdowns the next game.
Yeah.
But the kid Shaluka, like he played himself now because if your backup or whatever goes in and produces the same or better numbers,
then
what you think you're gonna get out of the portal?
What was it? You? How much of that was you?
Yeah,
Was that your team?
it's always first of all, there's always two sides of the story.
Definitely.
There's always more than what the media obviously shows. You know what I'm saying?
Definitely.
So like, in those regards, shoot, it's never just that simple. I guess is it? It's never just that simple.
Yeah, it's crazy, man.
But I think it's, dude, I don't know. Maybe I'm delusional.
To tell him like, no, somebody's willing to pay him that $100K so he can stay, but the school says no.
Yeah.
We don't want you to do that.
We don't want you back here.
It's kind of like
Something else had to happen.
Maybe I'm an delusional, man, but like if you tell a kid, and I mean, that you're going to pay him something and you don't, that says way more about you
yeah.
than it does about that kid at the end of the day, especially if you're an adult has a good paying job and who is taken care of, has figured that out, you're taking advantage of somebody, man. That's in my opinion.
No, I agree. My dad always told me like a man only as good as his word. So like, the contract is for the business side, but like where we grew up, if you tell somebody you're gonna do something and you don't do it, then like it'd be real issues. So it's like yeah, I don't understand that. Like if you say something as a man, stand on that. And if you didn't think you can get them 100K, then don't tell the kids don't give them 100K.
Facts.
But I mean,
or at least like tell them like, bro, truthfully, like, man, we can't just communicate. You know what I'm saying? Like, man, we can't pay you right now. If you can just be patient, we can find other ways to. In the meantime, you make sure you straight, whatever. Like pay the minimum of it. But like, if they didn't do that, and they weren't trying to work with him and be like cool about it, then that's when it's just like, all right. It's kind of like a slap in the face, you know what I'm saying? They're like, he probably came up and was like, yo, where's my money?
Yeah.
Like, yeah, you're not getting that. Nah. You know what I'm saying? That's probably how it went down. It's
what money? What are you talking about? What money?
You know what I'm saying? I mean, that's a very realistic thing that happens.
It happens.
It's happened to me.
Yeah. Hey,
You feel me?
100K ain't like that. Ain't no little money.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nah. 100K. You got to see me about that.
Facts, especially in college too.
Oh, definitely. You got to
especially
100K?
in college. That's the thing. But hey, man, that's just the business of college football now.
It is.
You know what I'm saying? And the thing is, all these people are making deals without agents, without like people who know what they're doing. Without lawyers, stuff like that. Like, it's honestly a shit show, truthfully. And people like getting paid more than, you know what I'm saying? I'm not even like pocket watching none. I'm not even like trying to like tattle on nobody, but like, damn, like at least help yourself out, my brother. You know what I'm saying? Like ask somebody for help, at least go, I mean, obviously you need people who you trust, but at the same time, like someone hits you in the DM saying like, I'll give you 50K if you transfer. Or like a coach is saying that on a visit. Like, and you're just gonna go off of that?
Nah.
Yeah, it's crazy to me, bro. It's crazy to me.
What's crazy to me is, dude, there's guys. We probably ought to move on here soon, but like, there's guys who will tell players, "Hey, I'm gonna pay you this, pay this, pay this." You come, you show up, you don't get it. You get maybe a fraction of it, or you get some of it, but you don't get it. And then they're telling the next round of kids, "Hey, I'm gonna pay you this, pay you this, pay you this, pay you this." It's like those kids are going to go to the university and they're going to talk to players on the visit. You don't think they're going to ask them, did you get what you were promised? Are you getting the money you were promised? Are you getting everything you were promised? Like, does that happen? Say kids come in and ask you, what's the NIL like here? Did you get what's?
Yeah, every time.
Right.
I mean, it's such a huge part of just like college football now, college in general. You know what I'm saying? So like, yeah, of course, it's a real thing. And like, shoot, I'm going to sit here and tell them the truth. You know what I'm saying? Like, at least from my perspective, on my experience, with certain things and what they choose to do with it. Hey, you whatever is most important to you. Obviously, everybody has their own priorities, but shoot, hey, you got to be honest. And it's a huge part of especially the recruiting process. As you know, you know more than anybody. You know what I'm saying? Like, so, yeah, absolutely, dude. It's crazy. But I also do think that like the revenue sharing and stuff like that. I feel like all these things that are changing now is gonna like kind of mediate everything.
It should bring some stability.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Because a lot of people aren't like just, all right, man. Well, screw this team. I'm gonna go somewhere better where I'm getting paid this much more. You know what I'm saying? Like if you get, I feel like if everybody's paid comfortably, truthfully, I believe that the majority of individuals will be more willing to stay and adopt the culture that's being, taught or at least, practiced at that school or that program.
Absolutely.
Because like, bro, you're telling me that, let's say somebody from FCS school, is making like $200. Okay, that's not a good example. Let's say Wyoming. I'm at Wyoming. All right, I'm at Wyoming.
This is the Trash on Wyoming podcast.
Man, hey, I'm not mad about it either. All right.
Yeah,
But let's say I'm at Wyoming. All right. I'm getting like, shoot, a band a month. 1,000. I'll just get all $1,000 a month. You know, and then all my homies are getting like $5K a month for going to, let's say Fresno State. You know, and Fresno State hits me up, like, hey, we'll give you $5,000 a month too if you come here. Most of the time, and like if obviously with a lot of stuff, with that as well, but just on the money aspect of it, the business side of it, shoot, why wouldn't you go to Fresno State? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So, and that's just the mentality of a lot of guys. Truthfully, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not saying that's my mentality, but I'm saying that's just the majority. Truthfully, just because of the way everything's going, but
that's the same with adults, man. I don't think
Well,
college
yeah, I mean,
college
it's just-
athletes should not feel like any shame in being like, yeah, I went, there was a better team, a better opportunity, a better NIL. Guess what, dude? Grown men with families, without families, doesn't matter, do that same thing all the time. Somehow, athletes get put in a bad light because they did it all for free a few years ago.
Facts.
And now it's like, oh, now they're greedy. It's like, no. I know plenty of guys with bad knees, bad shoulders, like.
Exactly.
never
But
understand.
back to with like this analogy I'm giving, like, let's say Wyoming, everybody they get the same 5K that Fresno State is getting. You know what I'm saying? I started off at Wyoming. I've been able to, be here for a couple years now. I have a good understanding of the defense, what the team asks of me, the head coaches, their stability in the coaching system, stuff like that. And then Fresno State, they're hitting me with 5K as well, but it's a new system, new environment, new everything I have to readapt to, teammates, coaches. Man, I'm probably staying my ass at Wyoming.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? At least in a lot of these mentalities. So, it's straightforward, man. Obviously, there's a lot of people who are going to get different pay, based off their extra, NIL that they be getting and stuff like that on top of it. But just as a base, man, shoot.
Yeah.
I'm good. You know what I'm saying? I'm living. I got enough. I got more than I need.
Yeah. Hopefully you're investing. You're living. Hopefully you're investing.
Exactly.
But you're comfortable. You're sending some home to help mom and dad, maybe even like.
Not gonna lie though. Fuck Wyoming. And I'm
2-time,
say,
baby.
Man, I will be the one to say it again. I hate that state. I hate that place. I hate everything about it. I just hate the colors, the fans. It's not a rivalry. You put that to bed. So y'all going on about y'all business. It's not a rivalry.
It's not even close. It's not even close, bro.
Can you say the A word on this podcast?
Yeah, go ahead.
It's belt to ass when we see Wyoming every time.
Amen.
I promise you. Nothing else.
You can say it again.
Belt to ass.
Thank you.
That's it. I hate that place.
Man, me too, bro.
That shit was terrible.
I really try to give these boys grace, but
no,
ever since I came to college, bro.
I really hate that place. Like I never want to go back to Laramie ever for nothing. Like they can have like a Super Bowl there. I'm gonna tell my coach, like, Coach, I won't be playing tonight. I hate that place. Truth be told, like I hate it with all my heart.
Hey, I hear you, bro. Trust me, I'm the same way. I'm the same way. Every time I play them, I'm like, bro, these Cowboys again, bro.
I don't know.
Seeing
They got like
Colors Week.
They got like what's on Colors Week. Stadium, all right. Turf hard. The girls not cute. What's good in Wyoming? The food is mid. I mean,
Thanks.
I guess the sun come up and it's set every day, so that might be a positive. But it's Wyoming. Like,
so Trey does not like Wyoming.
oh,
For y'all who
another
don't
thing.
know.
You know how small the locker room was, bro?
Yes, we touched on it.
Yeah.
We touched
Man,
on
Jay,
it.
we
And
was
I
sitting like
sick.
knee to knee in the locker room. And I told him, like, that's how I knew he was going to blow them out. 'Cause I was like,
This some bullshit. I
Yeah.
can't believe they put us in something like this.
because I was telling him, like, I told him, I said, imagine losing to these folks. You know how many fights going to happen in that locker room?
Oh yeah.
We sitting knee to knee, shoulder to shoulder,
Shoulder
and
to
somebody like
shoulder.
bump into you and you losing.
Yeah.
I knew it was going to blow them out. Like, we wasn't having none of that.
Hell no.
Yeah,
Especially from the jump, I was These boys getting that shit, bro.
it happened. I never get. Usually, you shower after games. We had some teammates get straight on the bus after the game. They ain't want to shower or nothing.
Like, yeah, I'm good, bro. Let's just go.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was terrible.
I'm
Yeah,
just
like,
glad we played them early in the season. Though.
oh no, I didn't want to be up there in the cold.
Bro.
I mean,
Playing out there in the cold is the crazy. This is speaking from like
Boise,
someone who's
Canada.
played in Canada. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
bro, the weather there is terrible. Terrible. I'm talking blizzarding snow. Like you can't even see like from like that in the room to Jake. You can't see that far. Just snow. You feel me? And it's like cold. You know, the elevation. Yeah.
Yo,
It's
I've
not
been
it,
to a
my
cold
brother.
game at Boise, man. So that must be saying
Hey.
something.
Boise gets cold,
Yeah.
man. Let me tell you. But so does Provo.
Yeah, Provo can get cold too.
It can. But last year there wasn't that many. Cold
That was
games.
nice.
But yes, Boise does get cold. It's just so dry. Like the dry cold.
Yeah.
It's just you
Dude,
can feel that shit in your
We're gonna be
bones.
rolling up into freaking Orlando, Florida about the
Mhm.
time it gets cold here, man. And then we hit Phoenix
Yes, I was
when it
about to
gets
say,
colder too. Like, what a
Yeah.
blessing, huh?
right?
Talk about that. Home
Bro,
field advantage, my
wow.
butt, bro. Like,
Yeah,
it's a
right.
vacation.
Let's get it. You know what I'm saying?
Speaking of Boise,
Uh,
is Genty your Heisman winner? Because he personally is mine.
yeah, he's
That-
mine. Absolutely.
That man cold.
He crazy, huh?
He cold, man. I picked him before the season to win it, and like, you know, us like we play college football, and you know he ain't on our team, so it's just
Yeah.
like. And I ain't gonna lie, I tell people, like I say a lot of people not good, just like to
I know
hate
what
and
you
mess
mean,
around.
yeah,
like I'm
just
just one
like-
of them, but hey, he cold. I give him his benefit of the doubt.
Different, huh?
He Heisman. He win the
He
Heisman.
has to be, bro.
Like, bro, he has 1,000 yards. He doesn't even have 100 carries yet, and we what 5 or 6 games through the season. He does it
Yes.
to everybody he
He
plays
only played
against.
5, yeah.
1,000 yards in 5 games is crazy.
It's really 4.5
He-
games too.
yeah, because he got
Yeah.
pulled at what
Sac State.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He had 127 at halftime. He got pulled.
He's had 2 games over 240 rushing yards, 245 rushing yards.
Bro, his first
And they're
carry.
against good teams.
Facts. He
Like,
put up 197 and 3 touchdowns on Oregon.
yeah.
Like,
And they
bro,
what, number 3 in the country right now?
something like that. His first
Yeah.
carry last week went 64 yards to the house. He stiff armed like
Mhm.
3 people.
Yes.
Like, bro,
You see the way he be standing?
in the back,
in the- in
straight
the-
up. Bro, it's cold, man.
Right? Man, I'm just like, this dude is different. And
Yeah.
it's cool because, like, I know how hard he works and, like, how hard he's worked since he's got to Boise. You know what I'm saying? Just, like, to see, like, it's kind of how he's been able to build off of that. Like, bro, it's cool to see, man. It just makes it that much better, you know?
Yeah, that man.
But,
cold.
yeah, he a dog, man. I'm excited to see how they do the rest of the season.
Yeah.
Because they play Mountain West teams. I'm not trying to talk shit on Mountain West teams. It's truthfully just not the same competition. It's not. However, though, therefore, I'm excited to see what he's finna do to them. You know what I'm saying? I mean, look what he did to Utah State.
Oh, that shit was over at half. It was what 49-17 at halftime.
Yes. And the crazy thing is their defense is good. So they just keep getting the offense on the field just for
Wow.
him to just do it all over again.
Speaking of Utah State, all right, you know us and Utah is a rivalry. That's like big bros beefing. Like Utah State is like the stepchild, the one you don't like at all. You know,
Yes,
came
the
from
one
a
that's just
different.
there.
Yeah, just did.
Yeah.
Like they have a little input, or they want to have input, but like
Yeah.
there's no rivalry.
Nah.
Leave it to the grown-ups, kids. Leave it to the grown-ups,
They would have
kids.
their little 2 bits and like, hold on.
Yeah, yeah.
Ain't nobody talking to you.
Yeah,
Little bro.
yeah. That's when we
Yeah.
both like collectively come together and say,
Put your beef aside
yeah,
for a second. Be like,
stay in
yo,
the child's place.
Get your ass out.
Yeah.
To the other room.
It's not a rivalry,
Yes.
so y'all relax. Like I don't even like Utah, but I'm gonna speak on their behalf. Y'all are not a part of the rivalry. Y'all are just here.
Yeah.
Like Boise honestly is a better rivalry from BYU than Utah State.
Facts.
I agree with
And
that.
I will 100%
And-
say that.
And I don't even think Boise, BYU are a rival.
Exactly.
Anyways, you know what I'm saying? Compared to Utah at least. But yeah, no, that's funny you said that. Yeah, Utah State. I never lost to Utah State. Truthfully,
If
yeah,
they ever
like-
put them on the schedule, I will never lose to Utah State. I will.
Shoot.
I get
And
it.
I
I get
guarantee
they
that.
I get their logo tattooed if I ever lose to them. If we ever play them, I promise you that. I will
Hey,
get a tattoo
y'all got that on camera.
on camera.
Y'all got that on camera.
Will not ever lose to Utah State.
Hey man, it better be the best game you ever played if you guys played them.
Man, I'm not. It's Utah State.
I
you ever
know.
play against them, my
I just want
mindset
y'all
gonna be
to blow them
different.
out.
Yeah, you know,
see
like
what
I'm
I'm
gonna be
saying?
focused the week of, but since we don't have them on the schedule for at least 2 years guaranteed,
That's true.
I'm gonna talk crazy.
And that by that time,
You
Yeah,
might be
you gonna be
playing
turned.
somewhere else. You might-
What,
You
2
gonna be
years from
turned.
now, I'd be like getting ready to go to the league, first
Yeah.
round draft pick. So
there you go, man.
Utah State would be the least of my worries. Like
Yeah.
that's one of them games you just laugh, prepare, go in the game,
And go crack some
Yeah.
anything and everything.
yeah,
bro.
do your thing.
Yeah.
Get. I hope if it's in Logan, get out of Logan.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, nah.
Hell
That's speaking of other Heisman though. Who you think like Cam Ward, bro? Watching him play is crazy.
Yeah.
That man.
I didn't watch the last game, but I heard when they were coming back, he just did it effortlessly.
They was losing by like I guess 21 or something like that, and you just see gradually like every single series he come down the field, throw a touchdown,
points.
come run a touchdown. Then like the last drive, first play of the drive, I think it was like 70-yard completion. Then he came back like the man good. He good.
Do any of you guys know if they play SMU this year?
Who Miami?
Ooh, we got
Yeah.
Kev. Kev's looking it up. We got Kev looking at it.
No, not regular season.
Not
They
regular
don't?
season.
Misses Clemson and Miami.
Damn.
SMU misses
So,
Clemson.
I
And
was trying to see
The
SMU
only
versus
time
Miami.
they could play him is conference championship games.
yeah, in the championship.
Speaking of SMU, I ain't gonna lie. Like we knew there was a high scoring offense before we went in there, and we know we held them down or whatever. But bro, 66 points, 56 points, 42 points.
They going crazy.
like bro,
They going crazy, fool. I'm like, yo.
Did you see Preston
What?
Stone's one? Oh, he had 2 plays. I guess he had 1 play because there was a false start. Did you see Preston Stone get in the game?
No.
Didn't he,
Remember
like,
how
throw a
remember how he
touchdown?
struggled with you guys?
Yeah.
He couldn't get his feet set, couldn't do
He
anything.
was tripping.
He got in. There's a false start right away. Probably new quarterback, different cadence, whatever. Next play he goes and throws a touchdown pass,
Just like that.
just like that. Because Jennings had to go out for 1 play because he got hurt. For
Oh,
like
okay.
they stopped the game for him. So Stone went in 1 play, boom, touchdown pass, gets out. I was like, nah, dude. Even Preston Stone was good. BYU
Yeah.
just made him struggle.
Oh,
I was
that's very
like,
true.
he's
We
he's
were
good.
on his ass.
Yeah, like we played like I ain't gonna lie, cause I'm pissed right now. 'Cause I grew up a Florida State fan, so y'all had the blueprint.
You like Jalen Ramsey?
Oh, that's like the greatest
That's why
college corner I watched play
See,
in my eyes.
That's
Like
figured.
that, I personally watched. That's the
I
goat to
figured.
me. But like they had the blueprint. Why didn't y'all follow the blueprint? It's like Florida State went there and did everything we
Yeah.
didn't do.
Yeah.
They just went in there and just said like, yeah, they're SMU, they're not good. They was getting bombed on, pick sixes, stiff arm sacks.
Whooped.
Yeah, they got killed.
But I mean, like, bro, they like what, 123rd in
Who?
the country?
Florida State.
Yeah. What are they, dude? They're
Yeah.
pretty 124th.
They've only won. They still only won 1 game, right?
Bro, they have
Zero
like
FBS wins.
Huh?
Zero FBS wins.
0
Zero
FBS. They have 1
FBS.
FCS win.
I
That's
thought
it.
no, they got one. They beat Cal.
Oh,
They
that's
beat
right.
Cal.
They beat Cal?
14-9 at home. And this is the crazy thing. They have like
Cal.
2 interior D linemen at Florida State, if I'm not mistaken, that drive like 2 Lambos. So you getting a Lamborghini for 2 of your interior D
Wait,
linemen.
SMU?
Nah,
No,
Florida
FSU.
State.
Oh, Florida State.
And y'all getting killed. And like it makes me mad because like the talent is obviously there. Like it's Florida State that just came off a 13-1 season.
Yeah.
So like, you know, from us, you know how we say we all bought in and put everything to the side. Like at a program like that, it's like, what is going so wrong that you can't win?
Facts.
Okay, so coaching staff's the same,
Definitely.
right?
Yeah.
Roster is relatively the same, but like even if it's not, you got NIL, so you can balance it out. You can reload. Is there a point? And you see this with the pros. You look when Von Miller got his max deal after he won the Super Bowl, kind of took down your boy Cam Newton a little bit, right? Like you guys remember that Super Bowl though? You guys know what I'm
Yeah.
talking about,
Yeah.
right? Like
Yeah.
Von Miller, clearly the best player on the field in that game.
In the world.
And Cam Newton was having probably the best season of anybody
Yeah.
that year. Then he came out and he got paid. He didn't do much after that,
Yeah.
right? I mean,
Yeah.
he was set for life. He earned it. I'm not saying he didn't earn it.
Yeah.
He definitely earned it. He got the Broncos a Super Bowl. But you think that same thing happens in college? Like all of a sudden, you get a wide receiver, he gets $500,000, he gets a Lambo, he gets a penthouse apartment, and then he's like, okay, psychologically you relax a little bit. Do you think that happens?
I definitely think personally it does happen. You know, complacency kills a lot of things, but like, I just don't understand the whole point of it. Cause like, all right, so people who don't know, a lot of cars people get in college, especially like a Lambo, it's probably leased, which means they have to give it back, you know, before they leave. So my whole thing is like, what is like your final thing you want? Because like they were showing us something today where Nick Saban was saying like transactional and transformal. And if it's transformational, that's something you want to build forever. Like Genty was saying, he want to leave a legacy somewhere.
Yes.
And that's kind of like how I want, like with my football career, like I want to be able to retire mom and dad and, leave a legacy at BYU and my high school, leave a legacy. And I don't understand like how you just want money and like, cause like Inky Johnson was saying something like, if you do everything for yourself, you would never be successful. And I think that's the point of complacency that he hit. Like they get the car for themselves, they getting all the girls that come with it, all the love that come with it. And they don't have a deeper like driving point behind it. So now they get to a point where it's like they feel like they're full, like they have everything.
Yeah.
So I just can't understand how somebody gets that complacent. Like where I come from, football is everything because what it provides. So like how can a little money like just change you? Like, I
Dude,
don't
you can blow
understand it.
through. I promise you, you can blow through 100K, 200K, 500K, no problem. Buy mom and dad a house, gone.
Exactly.
Like,
Absolutely.
What's your take on it?
I think you pretty much hit it on the head. I agree with actually everything you said. I think from what I've been able to observe and even experience in my own ways, you know what I'm saying? Like that sense of accomplishment and like, all those things, it's kind of like building, it's like this little, what's that little, it's like a little child story. Or it's in the Bible actually, not a child story. It's when like somebody built their house like on the sand, and somebody built their house on a rock, and when the water came, the house that was on the sand, it fell away, like it broke down, all this stuff. But the house that was built on the rock, it obviously stayed, it had the stability, right? I think in this sense, it's kind of like the same thing. Is that like a lot of people don't have the right intention and the right purpose that they use as their, I guess, internal motivation or why they do what they do. Most people are in it for the wrong things. And when you do that for the wrong things, and like, yeah, you can still get to that point. You still have your house built. You finally built your house. But like now when push comes to shove, now when, the real pressure's on, everything just falls away. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Whereas when you do things the right way and you do it with like being intentional and doing it for something bigger than yourself, that's what that rock is. And that's where, that's where stability comes from. And that's where I feel like, just goes into how people get complacent and comfortable.
See, mine is crazy though, cause like in my eyes, like all right, so personally, like I don't care about rankings or like where you like. Let's say if I was my junior year, and let's say I'm the #1 corner already in college, I already got all this money in IL or whatever. I don't care about like what people rank me as, but in my mind, since I gotta push for something bigger, it's like Trey, why not be the cornerback that's like the highest rated ever in college? Or once I get to the league and I had a great rookie year, why not try to be the person that has like the most picks in his first 2 years? Like, why not always try to find something little to strive for? Because if you do stuff like that and put in the work for those goals, like you will never get complacent until it's all said and done. So it's just like, what's going on in people's heads, like in college, to make you sit there and just feel like you won or you got it all already? Because like one thing I know, and my dad always told me, he always says to this day, football gonna be done with you before you're done with it. So why would you just sit up here and take all this little money you get in college and feel like comfortable with it when one day the game gonna be gone and you can't go give it your all no more? So like I just don't understand like people's mindsets from that part.
I feel that.
Especially how I grew up, like where like football gives you a chance to get out of like a lot of situations. Like for you example, like coming from Canada, like football's got you just showing you like a lot, like a whole
Literally
different,
a whole new world.
Yeah, so like I don't understand like, people just getting complacent.
I think people sometimes have self-limiting beliefs.
I was about to say,
Yeah.
a lot of people don't have the perspective that you have or have been able to acquire that knowledge and to like be able to believe in themselves. I feel like that much, you know what I'm saying? So like, that's where, complacency comes from. That's where people be like, all right, I'm good. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've done this before, now I can just show up. When in reality, that's not the case. You know what I'm saying?
They might also have the mentality of, this is the best. I have the best I'll ever do.
Yep.
I've hit my limit. Like this.
Yes, absolutely.
$200,000. That's the most I'm ever gonna make
Like,
in a
hey,
year.
hell
That's
yeah,
the
you know
most.
what I'm saying? Like, I have homies who just wanted to play college football.
That was the goal.
That was the goal. They made it. Boom, they're good. Whether they're a walk-on or not, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's all they wanted. and they're happy, bro. That's their goal. But like, truthfully, like you see it in the way that they prioritize what they do in their daily lives to like, do that. Like, obviously, how you prioritize your time, your mental energy, all this stuff is different than like someone who's truthfully just wanted to play at BYU their whole lives.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be there's a different result that typically comes from that. Just based off of your intent. That's what I'm trying to say with the whole intentional. You know what I'm saying? It's different. It's not a bad thing. Like if people's goal is to do that, they've just acquired their life goal. It's just got
and they might have
ones.
other cool goals on the side, right? I want to start a VC firm and be successful in business. That's awesome.
Absolutely.
That's cool.
Absolutely.
But as long as it's not like, oh, I play college ball, I'm good.
Yeah, like I could never be that way because I feel like
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just like how I was raised. Like whenever I get somewhere, I just want to be the best at it. Like for me, like school, I'm not like the smartest kid in the world, but I always had good grades because like I just like the feeling of being like to say like I'm up there with the best in the world.
Yeah.
I'm up there with the smart. Like BYU, it's not an easy school to go to.
Oh yeah.
But me having
I know.
3.3 GPA my first semester, like I just want to be able to say like I'm smart enough to hang, like at least. That's minimum for me. Best is like strive for the 4.0. If I don't get it, I mean 3.7 cool.
But some people's goal is to get a 4.0.
Yeah, it is.
Some people's their intent is to be perfect in school.
Yeah.
Because that's what they are worried about.
Yeah.
That's where it's, you know what I'm saying? But I don't mean to cut you off.
No,
but
you
like
good.
that's like that winning mentality that you have, the competitive nature. You know what I'm saying? It's just directed in different ways. And it's so cool to see that. I mean, that's how the world just works in general, right?
Yeah.
But anyway, sorry. I didn't mean to cut you off.
I just can't get complacent. That's my whole thing in life.
Yeah,
Like,
you can't.
Dude, and
I can't either.
your dad's a good story about that.
oh yeah.
I feel like too. I got to hang with your dad a little bit after the Bader game again. He's a good dude. We hung before at Ruby River,
Yeah.
but I got to hang with
Ruby
him.
River.
Dude, let's go hit up Ruby River. You guys want to hit up? They're not sponsors like Chubby's.
They're
but-
not sponsors.
So, it's just-
So I mean, shoot,
Kevin,
we might,
strike that
we
from the
might,
record.
We might.
But
But for sure, Chubby's is number one option.
yeah, but your dad's that dude. Your dad has never got complacent. He's continued to learn and grow and advance, and like what he's doing now is pretty cool, man.
Yeah, like the stuff like I don't know, like without even money or anything, like y'all gonna hear this story like when I win the Thorpe Award or get drafted or something, the whole story will come out. But like a little part of it's just like my dad, first of all, we're from Atlanta, so like a lot of people's dad's not there for them no matter what. So my dad stayed first of all, and then like he told me and my brother, like when I signed, he was crying and he was telling me, he was like, he didn't have like a plan of like how to raise me per se or raise me and my brother. It was just, he just always wanted to be there, and he always gave like enough. Like I didn't have a life where, we grew up rich or we always had this, we always had that, but like we always had each other, and my dad always taught me like how never to take no for an answer. If you really want something, don't ever let somebody shatter your dreams. And he always gave me like that competitive nature. Like, bro, I've been doing stuff like, I don't know if you ever did it in Canada, but we used to do like the little multiplication problems, like, and we had to see who could answer the most, the fastest or whatever. I never wanted to lose. It could be like we outside playing basketball. I never wanted to lose. It could be I lose my dad. I ready to turn the game. I don't like losing. And it's just like, he instilled that in me. Like, we don't lose in my house. Like, we hate it. So that's why like Baylor game when we won and like I gave him a touchdown, I was pissed because like it's a standard that I've been raised with my whole life. So it's just like
It's a party.
yeah, it's just, that's just how I am no matter what. Like I don't like losing. I don't like giving up shit. I don't catch.
I'm already knowing.
I don't give up. I don't like giving up nothing. So,
Yeah.
It's
That's good, bro. Honestly, that's a rare mentality, and just honestly, persona. Truthfully, so keep that, bro. That's tough, man. It's gonna pay off. It already has. Shoot, he's got you here.
yeah,
You know?
man. 3 years from now, draft, first round, 3 years.
There you go, man. Hell
Yeah.
yeah, absolutely. I can see it. I believe in you, bro. Shoot, I mean, if you've ever watched any other episodes, I'm sitting here telling Jake every episode. I'm like, damn, you hunt.
I appreciate it.
Great. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So yeah, bro. Hell yeah. Other than that, man. So this has been a good episode so far. One thing before I close out, man, I just want to talk like I don't want to look too far into this game, truthfully.
Yeah.
But Arizona, from my end, I am anticipating a dogfight. First of all, I mean, it's college football. There's gonna be nothing's gonna be perfect. All right,
Facts.
but what I do believe and what I'm preparing for at least is, I'm trying to get after the quarterback, and I only have one sack this whole season so far. We on game 6. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to shake it up, man. I should have had a few this season already, bro. But nah, this week I gotta get it, bro. So my goal is at least one sack. I'm thinking 3. I'm thinking 3 TFLs, and I'm thinking of PBU. I'm gonna get me a PBU this week too.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I'm feeling. That's my goals, man. Those are my goals.
Personally, first collegiate pick 6. Like, I know people just say pick, but I when the ball touches my hands, I can score it at any time. Like, I know that, so I just, like, I'm not gonna say the play, but I envision a certain play. Like, I jump it and I pick it off and score. I mean, I got half a sack this year already against Kansas State, so I need a whole sack. So if my number called on the blitz this week, I'll be ready to go. But my main goal really this week, just like to show like myself, I'm like one of the best. 'Cause, I'm going against one of the best receivers, if not the best in the nation. So it's my whole thing, and all the reps I get, I don't care if I play 2 plays or 20 plays or 40 plays. Like, I just want to show like to myself, like, I'm as good as I say I am, no matter how good the receiver in front of me is. So that's my goal this week. It's just like, cause like I was talking to somebody and I was even telling Jake this. Like, my whole thing was overthinking like college ball. Like, it's bad, it's bigger, it's faster, and this and that. But it's plays I know I can make with my eyes closed. So this week really just all about my self belief. That's my whole goal. Like, trust myself and shit. If I get beat, trusting myself, then shit, we're going back to the drawing board in the off season.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna fire all my bullets this week. I ain't gonna lie. Like, I'm ready to play, man. I'm ready to play.
That's imposing your will, man.
Yeah, definitely.
You know what I'm saying? And hey, that's literally our whole mentality. You know what I'm saying? Especially on the defensive aspect.
Yeah.
That's my mentality this season too. Should have just imposed my will on these fools, especially these linemen. Especially these linemen.
Got to.
You know what I'm saying? But that's good, man.
You guys don't give anything away. Don't get in trouble, but you guys got some stuff this week? You guys got some stuff I don't know, any extra installs, any extra things to be excited about?
Installs.
Points of emphasis, maybe? You're like, oh, we're going to focus on this, and it's going to, you can give it away, but. Or you just can play your brand of football,
bro,
and beat them.
Well,
is that what it is?
Truthfully, what we've been put on tape is what you can expect.
Okay.
Just like there's not even like truthfully no, new installs, new plays, nothing like that, bro. We already got the bread and butter. You know what I'm saying? We already got that.
Yeah.
And we just gotta go impose our will.
Our whole thing is do our 111.
Exactly.
You do your 111. You do your
win your 1-on-1, bro.
Yeah, dominate your 1-on-1. Do your 111. It'll come together as a beautiful picture. We not that team that's gonna like Coach Hill. Not that guy that's gonna sit up there and just scramble and change a whole bunch of stuff. Baylor scored on us, but when it was time to nut up at the end of the game, you seen what we did.
Exactly. You see what happened.
2 or 3 straight stops. So we know our brand of football, and that's what we plan to do this weekend. Just play it. Don't overthink the game. It's a big game because the next one, don't overlook them.
Absolutely.
Handle business.
Yeah, man. Every game gonna be a big one, but
definitely.
That's facts. Just do your 111, do your job, win the 1-on-1s, and impose your will. And shit. That's the game plan, brother.
Facts.
Literally, that is the game plan. So that's all I'm gonna share with y'all. We still got some stuff, some secrets, of course. I ain't gonna spill the beans on the podcast too much, but yeah, man, I'm excited though. It's gonna be a good vibe. Big noon. Big noon, baby. I'm turned. Y'all gonna be there? I already asked you this.
Oh, we'll be there.
Good stuff.
Gus Johnson, calling my first career pick 6.
There you go.
I need it.
Yeah.
You get you a big hit this week too. You know that he commentate like he the GOAT.
I'm already knowing.
Yeah, I'm a fan. Like, I literally, like, in middle school, I watched like 30-minute videos of his best calls. Like when Hollywood Brown scored, like Hollywood Brown,
Yeah.
like.
He really gassed it, huh?
Yeah, you got barbecue back there and didn't invite me. Like, come on, man, that's my goal. Like, this week is gonna happen. I just know it is. Like, got to. So yeah, that's my goal.
So also to when you come up on your blitz, you get a strip sack. Just know I'm gonna be right there. I'm pick it up. We go run to the end zone together, my brother.
Man,
You go get one of these.
man, I
You
give
gotta
you a
say one
strip.
of these.
I ain't gonna lie. As a corner, this might be crazy to say, but like getting the sack is almost better than getting the pick because like getting it happens so rare.
Yeah.
You know, it's probably 70 snaps on defense. Let's say one or two of those might be a corner blitz, if that, depending on the team. Like we played Wyoming, you see, we didn't call any.
Yeah.
SMU, we didn't call any. So this is what I'm
True.
saying. Like it's so rare to get those. So if you do get them, it's just like that
It's
feeling.
turn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, Can't thinking I went crazy, and I
Yeah.
got half a sack. So if I get a strip sack,
It's like us getting a pick, man.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like
like
a
when
pick
Batty
six?
caught the pick,
Yes, bro.
bro. Oh my
Exactly.
god, I was on the sideline like, oh my god.
Right?
Remember we
Man, we all
inverted.
were, fool. Yeah.
J-Rod blitzed and Batty caught the pick.
Yes.
I was just like, whoa, like
Yes, bro. That's what I'm saying. And I feel like that's kind of like the same thing, the same feeling with
yeah,
y'all.
it
you
probably
know?
is.
Yeah.
Dude, if you guys scoop and score in the south end zone, man, holy crap!
Y'all
Part of
gotta
the
turn it
student
up.
section there.
Yeah.
Then you got the Chubbies and Kukanek section there, bro.
Yeah.
That's a wild end zone.
Oh, yeah, it
Let's make
is.
it happen, huh?
I
Let's do
envision
it.
like like 90% of the plays I want to make in my head. I envision going towards the rock.
Yeah.
I don't know why. It's just like
I
I
do too. I do too. I do the same thing.
Yeah.
I gotta come up with some celebrations though. That's probably what my game is waiting on. That's probably what my production is just waiting on. Just
Subconsciously, you're like, I gotta wait till my
I gotta find them.
celebration.
I gotta look forward to celebrations, and I gotta practice them.
yeah.
I don't even practice celebrations like the boxes or like the seat belt.
Yeah.
Everything I do is just like it just happened.
Right.
Like
More like nonchalant. It just happened, huh? It's,
Yeah, like-
yeah.
I get like I got once like when I score, I'm gonna do a dance from back home when I get that pick six. But like
Okay.
that's not practice. It's been something I've been doing since I was little. So it's like
What's it called?
it's called the beef it up. Like
Beef it up.
Yeah. Hey, y'all gonna see. Yeah, I ain't gonna
You,
do
you,
it.
I was gonna say you don't want to show the podcast. You don't
Nah.
want to show a little demo. I'm trying
Nah.
to see this. The
Y'all-
what? What is it called again?
The beef it up.
Bet.
We'll see. Y'all gonna see after that first pick
Beef it
six
up.
Saturday. We'll see it. I'm
And
not
you
doing
gonna
it
see
until then.
You're gonna see me putting that in his comment section as well.
That's right.
Yeah.
I'm ready, man. I'm
Yeah.
ready to play. I'm not gonna. I'm ready. Like
Yeah.
it's the most ready I think I've been in my life to play any game. I'm ready to play.
Hell yeah, that's what I love to hear. I'm sure that's what they love to hear too.
Yeah, I gotta bounce
More than
back.
anything.
Yeah, this for
You
myself
will.
this week.
Yeah, you will, brother.
Oh yeah, definitely.
You know
Like
that.
Coach was telling me, like Trey, like your energy back. I like Coach, like I always been good.
Yeah.
I was just pissed. Like you hold yourself to that standard. You don't want to let
Yeah.
that standard slip. So I'm ready, man.
Let's get it, brother.
Yeah, all business this week. No jokes. All business.
And it all started today, man. Well, it actually started last week,
yeah.
but
That's
for real,
right.
starts today.
Yeah.
So, with that being said, man, do you guys have anything you want to add?
Nope.
You good? Anything you want to say to the people, man?
Show up at Lavelle on Saturday. Show up for Big Noon kickoff. Just have a great time. Pack it to the top.
Yeah.
Go Cougs.
Go Cougs, man. Appreciate y'all. It's another episode on the Realist. I'm your host, Isaiah Bagnah. Shout out Chubby's Orem. Got whatever you need, man. Truthfully, the best people around. So, that being said, I'm going to close out this episode. Peace.